Hi guys, Ren here. Today I want to talk you through the S-Works Tarmac SL6 disc brake bike that I've built recently for a friend of mine. You may have already seen the build video of this bike. If not, then you can check it out on the link in the description down below. Originally we wanted to go with an S-Works Wenge, to go full aero with this bike, but unfortunately there wasn't any Wenge frame in any color available here in the size we wanted, which is the largest size, a specialized make. That's a 61 for you folks, but in with this tarmac frame it turned out to be a pretty stunning build. So as I've mentioned, S-Works Tarmac disc brake frame set in this satin black color, with a very subdued graphic, well, no graphic at all really, very subdued paint job I would say, just with these holographic reflective logos here on the down tube and here on the head tube, as always with Specialized. The group set was carried over from the previous bike, so that's a SRAM Red 11-speed group set, throughout classic double setup, 5236 semi-compact on the front with a Quark Red D0 power meter, BB30 axle, running on the ceramic speed BB30 bearings that are included with the frame set. The wheel set had to be changed, of course, for this brake one. Originally we wanted Zip 404s here, but I had these MVs in stock and he really liked them, so we stuck with the MVs. In my experience and my honest opinion, this is the best all-around wheel set on the market. 4.5 all-road with big 28mm Schwalbe Pro tires, set up tubeless, very fast, very aero, pretty damn light, with the carbon TI hubs in there. Just generally very pleasant to ride, partly because of the huge tire volume. You get there super comfortable, super grippy, but there are no downsides because the wide rim has been optimized for a tire of this size, so no problem at all. If your frame has enough clearance for this wheel set, then definitely go for it. This Tarmac definitely has, you can see there's plenty. And bear in mind that this 28mm tire shows up around 31mm because of the wide rim, so really generous. Contact points again carried over from the previous bike, so 100mm S-Works stem, Zip SL70 aero profiled handlebar, KH computer mount, holding on to the Garmin Edge 1030. Another thing I mentioned, the brakes. If you want to go with your E-type group set from mechanical to hydraulic, you of course need to change the brake levers and the calipers themselves, so this was the only part of the group set that has been changed. Then going further back, the Tarmac frame set has its own D-shaped seat post for aerodynamics and comfort. In this case it also has some setback, 20mm I think, and on top of that is a Berk Dila full carbon saddle, super light. An interesting part of this build is the rear cassette. Now this is a 3T overdrive cassette, normally used in 1x11 setups. It has a massive range from 9 tooth to 32, which you might say is not very usual for a bike like this with a double setup, but there is one very good reason for that, and mainly this wheel set already comes with an XDR free hub body, because the owner would like to upgrade to the new group set, the new 12-speed one, in recent in the not too distant future, and we can skip really one extra expense of getting the wheel set with a Shimano free hub and then getting an XDR, if instead we just fit an 11-speed cassette that is XD and XDR compatible. The differences are subtle there. I'm going to show them in a different video, but you can make an XDR free hub accept an XD cassette, like in this case, and vice versa, with a bit of modification, if you know what's the difference. Another thing I'd like to note is that because of the size of the bike and the owner, I decided to go for a 160 rear rotor on the back. Normally I use 130, 140 and 160 on the front. Here I think the extra braking power will be appreciated. As you can see, the group set is also finished, a ceramic speed oversized pulley wheel system, just so it reduces friction. The chain is a standard SRAM Red 22, but it has been treated with the molten speed wax treatment done by me for extra longevity, cleanliness, and also reduce friction. The bottle cages also carried over from the previous bike. A bit of a mismatch here with the white color, but we're going to remove that at some point. And the final finishing touch and contact point is the new look keel blade carbon ceramic pedal, which, well, basically is nothing really radically new. The difference is that now these pedals run on ceramic bearings, so another bit of a tiny saving in the friction department. Weight wise, I'm sure you'll ask about this. Even though this bike is, well, as large as you can get it, it still comes in at a very reasonable 7.4 kilos, which for a bike that has big tubeless tires, 2x setup, aero profiled frame and disc brakes, I think that's pretty damn good. And I'm pretty sure also that it rides very well, because yeah, the Tarmac frame set is highly acclaimed with good reason, I think, and the rest of the build kit is really on par with that. So I'm happy with how this build turned out. If you want to see more bikes that I do for myself and for others, then don't forget to tune into the channel and subscribe. It's all for the day. Thanks for watching and see you next time.